Yo, what is going on, guys? Johnny GB here, bringing you guys the second place Dallas Regional deck. An expanded tournament held January 19th. This is a deck that I've not done much testing. It is expanded format, so I am not a perfect expanded player, but I do want to bring you guys what were the top 8 decks over at the Dallas Regionals. You guys will be seeing a new series up on the TTM channel here very soon. So keep a very good lookout for that. We will be going over the Argentina Regionals, but in a different aspect. It will be a two-part video. 1-on-1 is 2. Two-part video of me going over the Argentina Regionals, and you guys will see me go over the Argentina Regional standard decks very, very soon. But this week, we're still focusing on Dallas. I do apologize for no video. It was Super Bowl Sunday. I'm a Patriots fan. I was celebrating my ass off, so that is why there was no video on Sunday, but you guys will see a video tomorrow, Wednesday, and a video on Thursday, a three-peat on the channel of 3 deck profiles for you guys. But we have the second place Dallas Regional deck, which was Gedemer, who went with a Zoroark Seismitoad deck. Again, I have not tested this. I've understood some of the cards that are used in this deck. There is one big change. That when I get to it, I will actually show to you guys. But starting it off, the deck is originally for me, it was kind of out there. I really didn't understand the concept of the deck, what we were trying to do with the deck. But for the most part, we see Zoroark, basically a Zoroark control deck is what we were going after, except this time we're not be going with the Sky Field. We're going to be focusing Zoroark control with Parallel City, which is just shortening my opponent's bench if I do not get a Sudowoodo out. We have Girafarig here, so Girafarig has the attack Get Lost. Put 2 of your opponent's cards into the discard pile. So why is this important? Well, this is used against Blastoise and Archie's Hidden Ball Trick. So Archie's Hidden Ball Trick lets you take a water Pokemon, put it onto your bench, so you never have to evolve your Blastoise. Simple as that. So Girafarig for a colorless energy, put 2 cards from your opponent's discard into the Lost Zone. So you can take those Blastoise, put them into the Lost Zone, and your opponent pretty much cannot do anything with their Water Box or Archie's Hidden Ball Trick deck. So that was the Zoroark tech for this week. In this tournament, you saw it in the standard tournament in Harrogate, where you had Gyarados to deal with Blacephalon. Well, this week, to deal with Archie's Hidden Ball Trick, they have Girafarig in the deck. Then you have Articuno for Cold Crush GX, so if your opponent's playing a special energy deck, you can use something like Cold Crush GX, discard your opponent's double colorless energy, get into your Girafarig, and then get rid of that double colorless energy into the Lost Zone. And once it's in the Lost Zone, your opponent can't really do anything to get it back out of the Lost Zone. And then we finally have 3 Seismitoad GX for Quaking Punch, pretty much to item lock your opponent. Now, as far as supporters go, the one big change, it's not really a big change, but I did not have a Hue. So Hue is a card released in one of the black and white sets. I actually ended up just replacing it with a Cynthia instead, just to give me some draw support of some sort, but it's a lot of disruption. You see we have Enhanced Hammer, we have Team Skull Grunt, we have Team Rocket's Handiwork, so we are really just going full disruption, even with stuff like Faba, to add, again, more cards into the Lost Zone. So if we can get special energy into the Lost Zone, your opponent really can't do stuff. And then finally, we have Silent Lab, which prevents all abilities of basic Pokemon. So this card really wants to be played against Lele's, Shaymins, Sudowoodos, just to prevent my opponent from setting up. So at this point, I can no longer use Execute. I believe I can't use Execute. Yep, so I can no longer use Execute. So it's going to be a double-edged sword. I'm giving up my Tapu Lele abilities as well as my Execute ability so that I can shut down my opponents. So we're going to save this. We're going to hop over the versus ladder. We're hopefully going to play 3 games so you guys can get a good idea of how well this second place deck did. The Dallas Regionals was 802 players, so with 802 players... Oh, nope, cancel. Okay, so we want the second place. So with 802 players, I have no say in saying that this is a bad deck because finishing top 2 out of 800 is a gosh darn great accomplishment. So we won the coin flip. Like most Zoroark decks, you do want to go first. Alright, so let's see. We're going to open up a Giraffe Rig, I guess. There's not much I can do. I don't want to play Lele onto my bench. As we're playing Jolteon not GX. Jolteon GX did release, but we're playing Jolteon EX. So we have Switch. Oh. This is not counting towards one of my 3 games. We'll settle that there. This will not count towards one of my 3 games. We're going to grab ourselves a real game. I'm getting myself some coins. Let's go. And hopefully I can actually bring you guys some team-up deck profiles. I'm waiting for the team-up meta to actually settle so that I can do that. I feel like I'm not really sure what the decks going on with team-up right now are, so just waiting to see what I can find regarding team up. I know there's that stall deck. This is a much better hand. Alright, so we're going to open up Seismitoad, Zorua. We do get a Zoroark next turn. My opponent did Brick, so we do get a draw. I am not playing Shaman in the deck, so good thing I actually put that Cynthia into the deck so I can actually get a Lele potentially this turn. We will draw a card. We're playing we're playing a Vikavolt deck. Are we playing Vikabulu? If we are, I'm in a little bit of trouble. So he's going to discard Vikavolt GX, interesting, a Volkner, for a Tapu Lele. I'm interested in what I'm playing against. I love Vikavolt GX. I would love to do a Vikavolt GX deck, but unfortunately I can't really do that until May. When we get the new Vikavolt from Unbroken Bonds. I feel like that could be a fun deck. I don't know how competitively viable it would be, but I know it'd be a fun deck for sure. As he's going to play, we are playing Vikabulu. I'm a little worried right now. He does have an advantage in this game over me with the Vikabulu. So let's see. The bright side is... I'm going to play Team Skullgrunt. We're going to get rid of... Okay, so this is actually very nice. So with Seismitoad, I'm going to go for the Quaking Punch. Now my opponent can't play that Rare Candy next turn, which I love. So we can, one, start stalling out my opponent. He can't Rare Candy these Grubbins so that he can set up Bulus. Kind of wasted my Team Skullgrunt there. I should have waited till he had a full hand, in my opinion. So that right there is one of the first misplays I really see. But I do like this actually, that I can item lock him. He can no longer play items. The downside is he can go into Bulu after I knock him out, and he can do 60 to me. If he has enough energy attached by then, he can just really obliterate me. So I'm trying to think. I probably will need Articuno GX. He's going to play another Tapu Lele. He's probably going to get a Guzma. Would it be a Guzma? Goes for a Colress. Interesting. So he's going to reload his hand. See, this is where that Team Skullgrunt would have been so much better. So we're pretty much just item locking him. We do get a Zoroark here. And I will trade away my 1 water energy so that I can draw 2. We get another Zoroark. We get ourselves a Fighting Fury Belt, which is not bad. Oh, I messed up. That should have been on Seismitoad. Ouch. We'll get rid of the Ultra Ball here. I have Fan Club. If I do need to get some basic Pokemon, we have Acerola. We will play the fan club so that we can get Seismitoad and, let's see, Tapu Lele. Or not Seismitoad, a Sudowoodo and Tapu Lele. So we're going to play Sudowoodo onto the bench. It forces my opponent now to get rid of one Pokemon, which might be one of those Tapu Leles. Yep, he will get rid of one of the Tapu Leles. We are going to play my Tapu Lele. We're going to search out a supporter card. I am actually going to search out a Chorus for next turn so that I can just be ready. And we are just going to go for the Quaking Punch again, which allows me to do 30 damage. I would like a double colorless energy so I can get a Zoroark out. As he does get a third Tapu Bulu out. He will play the Volkner so that he can search out some items. But because he can't play Rare Candy or Escape Rope, his Bulu kind of stuck there. He already played an Energy. Ooh, nice, and he can't play the Aspect either, which I like. Alright, so we do get the double colorless energy. Good. We will Colress, so Colress is going to give me a nice fresh hand. We're going to get another Seismitoad on the bench. We can play Fighting Fury Belt onto there. I'm thinking we can trade away a Field Blower. I'm not seeing anything Field Blower helps me with here. He has no items that he can play. Probably trade away the Zorua. I don't think I need the Zorua right now. Alright, so I think I'm actually in a good spot. We will retreat. No, do I want to retreat? I don't think I want to retreat. If I retreat, he can actually evolve those Grubbins. And I have another Seismitoad on the bench, so I'm actually just going to sack off one of my Seismitoads. As I get Silent Lab, which doesn't really help me at this point anymore. So that could be a trade target. Let's see, yeah. So he will just knock it out with Bulu, which is not a surprise to me. But this does allow me to get a Zoroark into play. Alright, and actually, you know what? We're going to play Counter Catcher. So the reason I'm going to play a Counter Catcher is so we can get rid of these Grubbins. Let's see. I will play a Rescue Stretcher to get a Seismitoad back into my hand. And onto my bench. Let's see. Does Team Rocket Handiwork help me here? Look at Gladion. You know what? We're going to play Gladion. This turn, we're going to play Gladion. We get Parallel City, which I like. I think Parallel City can help me a lot here. And we're going to play Parallel City. We're going to keep it as is. So now his bench space is really just limited to 3. Sudowoodo now is just expendable to me at this point. We can trade away Silent Lab. He has no Pokemon on his bench that are basics, which gives me Cynthia. We will just go for the Righteous Beating for 120. Knock out the Grubbin. So we're tied on prize cards. We get ourselves the Gladion again, which allows me to just take another prize card that could be more beneficial to me. And my opponent at this point, his Grubbins are gone. We've pretty much just item locked him from being able to get Vikavolt set up. Let's see. Yeah, he has 2 Grubbin. He's going to go for the computer search. So he's going to discard 2 cards. So now I think is the point where I really can start going for the Team Rocket's Handiwork and just really start limiting his deck. He's going to go for the Guzma, which will pick up another kill on my Seismitoads. And that's what I gotta be careful of, is the Seismitoads here. I'm looking at Team Rocket's handiwork, and I feel like I could just mill down his deck. Alright, so we get Zoroark out. I think Team Rocket's handiwork here can really help me. Yeah, we're going to play Team Rocket's handiwork. We're going to get 2 heads, which is going to mill 4 cards down into his discard pile, which is great. I like that. We're going to Ultra Ball away Enhanced Hammer and Oranguru because I don't see Enhanced Hammer helping me. Let's see, what could we get? What could we get? We can get a Girafarig, maybe? Actually, we're going to get a Seismitoad. I feel like Seismitoad's the way to winning this game. Let's see, let's go for another trade. And let's get rid of a Lusamine. And you know what? We can just go for the Righteous Beating here. Deal a good chunk of damage. He probably will use his GX attack, in all honesty, and it does give me an Acerola target, so I pretty much can force him to waste his GX attack. Here goes the rare candy, so he will get the Vikavolt set up. I could Versus Seeker and get Team Rocket's handiwork next turn. Starting to really think about it. He's really just starting to just use up cards in his deck. And Team Rocket's handiwork here, I feel like, could just be very useful. But I will need Acerola for Zoroark, which sucks. So he's going to go for the Kukui. He's going to draw 2 cards. He just goes for the Nature's Judgment, which does 200 after the Kukui. And he's going to remove all energy. And what sucks is I do have to Acerola here. I do get a knockout, though, on the Tapu Bulu, which is nice. Which is really nice here, is I do get a knockout. I see he's at 14 cards here, so I'm going to get the Team Rocket's handiwork. I feel like milling cards from his deck is actually going to just be very useful for me right now. We're just going to go for the Righteous Beating, which will pick up a knockout. We will claim 2 prize cards here. As we get Dowsing Machine and Versus Seeker. Next turn, he can only do, what, 50 damage to me? And I've pretty much just milled most of his energy cards. And I've really just put his Vikavolt in a spot that he can't do much damage to me. Parallel City, actually, I just read the card. Parallel City actually did save me there. So he's going to go out to the Tapu Lele GX. Play another Tapu Lele GX. What is he going to draw? Colress? Gets himself a Guzma. I don't like that. He Energy Recyclers, gets, what, 5 energies back into his deck. Plays the Guzma. Gets a Seismitoad out and gets Vikavolt GX out. So now for me, Guzma is what's needed, right? I need Guzma, right? Guzma's the only thing that really saves me at this point from losing the game. No, you know what? I misplayed that. I needed to get Articuno. If I got Articuno, I would have wiped out all the energy from this thing. So, you know what? We're going to Versus Seeker. We're going to get Team Skullgrunt here. We're going to go for the Team Skullgrunt. Oh, he has nothing. He has nothing. Alright, so I guess we can just get a Floatstone and get my Zoroark GX back in. Oh, that sucks. So let us grab, where's the Floatstone? So we're going to grab the Floatstone. Oh my god, that sucked. Alright, so we're just going to go for the Righteous Beating, do 120. We do 2-hit KO this thing. He does not knock me out, I believe. See, yeah, he doesn't knock me out. He does 180, so that's the good thing is he doesn't knock me out. He did knock me out. Dang it. He got the choice band. Tough loss. That one frustrated me. He got the choice band that he needed to get the knockout for the 210. Unfortunately. Alright, so we're going to grab a second game here. Matched up. I did not match up well against Vikabulu. Which sucked. So hopefully I can actually rebound here in Game 3. I feel like a rebound is needed here in Game 3. Well, really Game 2. Because that was just a rough... I played a couple cards rough. I really needed to get Articuno, I think. Articuno would have been my saving grace to send all those energy that were on the Vikavolt back into the discard pile. Here, I guess we just open up Girafarig. As my opponent does Brick, but here I'm just going to open up Girafarig. I guess it's not a bad lead. It's okay. If my opponent plays stuff that I feel like will get him stuff in the discard pile, this isn't a bad lead. I feel like I can put myself into a very good position here. As we get another double colorless energy. Not what I want. A third? I hate to do it, but I have to end. It's not what I want to do turn 1, but 3 of my double colorless energy turn 1. When this is just a much better hand for me. So right off the bat next turn, I have Bridget, I have Zoroark. If I have to, I have Pokemon Fan Club. I think Pokemon Fan Club might be the better option, but I could go Bridget to get me Lele. So my opponent, what did he open up with? Shuckle. Shuckle. Shuckle Mewtwo. Shuckle Mewtwo GX. Interesting. Interesting. Right off the bat, 2 energy on a Mewtwo, which will get a knockout on my Zebstrika, or not Zebstrika, Girafarig. One is a zebra, one is a giraffe. On the bright side is Zoroark does get to actually come through. We do get set up. The downside is I have nothing to KO that Shuckle. So right off the bat, we're going to trade away the Counter Catcher. Counter Catcher isn't going to help me here right now, but this will. This is a very good start. Alright, so now we can Righteous Beating. We're going to do a lot to the Mewtwo. 120 damage right off the bat. We do have resistance against the Mewtwo, which is nice. And I think I put myself in a decent spot so far. So he's going to go for the Guzma, probably bring in a Seismitoad, which is okay. The downside is this goddamn Shuckle. I don't have anything for this Shuckle. This Shuckle can literally just stall me. We're going to trade away Lusamine. I could have traded away Fan Club too. Let's see. I feel like the water energies is the only thing that's going to save me. I'm going to grab N. Just because I have 6 prize cards remaining. I know it's going to give him 3 extra cards, but I need the cards in my deck. There's the... Actually, you know what? No, you know what? No. This isn't bad. This is not bad. Because Shuckle has 170 HP. This is actually okay. So... let's see. So... we have a few turns before we can actually die to HP loss. Let's see. So he has another Mewtwo set up. As long as I have... as long as I have Zoroark, I don't care about Mewtwo. I want to get rid of this goddamn Shuckle. So he's going to have a Mewtwo fully set up. Let's see. I really hate Shuckle decks. The fact that it's just stopped from doing anything. Okay, so let's see. I need probably a Sorola. Alright, so 1. Your Fighting Fury Belt, your Floatstone are gone. Okay, for me, we get this. We're going to trade away an Enhanced Hammer. I don't see any special energy being played in this deck. Cynthia... I think we're going to have to get rid of the water energy here. Fortunately, I'm going to have to let my Zoroark faint, which thankfully the Fighting Fury Belt helps. I'm in a really bad position here. I'm really... I can't believe really how well Shuckle does against the meta. Especially in expanded and Zoroark decks, it really just does a lot. So what do we have here? Espeon. Interesting Espeon to play in the deck. But just this damn card! I want Shuckle gone. Because you can just play it to stall at this point now. There's not much I can actually do with it. It's just there, and I can't kill it. The thing I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to have to kill stuff with Zoroarks. Dimension Valley now allows him to use his GX attack for 2 energy. He gets another Floatstone. I only play 1. So unfortunately, there goes my Zoroark. And unfortunately, I do need something to deal damage to that Mewtwo. So let's get a Rescue Stretcher to get Seismitoad. So it gives us another Seismitoad. Let us trade away a Cynthia because I still have Versus Seeker in hand. I need something to help me here. Gives us another Zoroark. Another Zoroark's not bad. Trade away one of my Lele's, I guess. They're not helping me. Silent Lab. Let's go. Thank goodness. There goes the goddamn Shuckle. Alright, now let us proceed to continue to destroy him. I forgot I had Silent Lab in the deck. Let's go. Okay, we're going to discard 2 cards. Shaman, Faba, I have Versus Seeker. That's fine. We are going to get rid of... Let's see. We get rid of one of the energy here. I know he has the 3 there. We have Versus Seeker. Let us get back... I think Faba. Faba would be nice. Send stuff to the Lost Zone. Alright, so now we're going to Righteous Beating. And if he does get rid of Silent Lab, I am going to use Dowsing Machine on it. So I can get it back. Okay, so he's going to multi-switch, not surprised, so it's going to get him a 3rd energy. He needs a Choice Band to KO me. Right? I don't even think a Choice Band KOs me. Then he's going to play Lily, so I don't have to worry about Guzma. Psystrike GX does not get the KO because of the resistance, which is nice. We do have the Dowsing Machine, so I can save that in case Silent Lab is gone. So, Lusamine, we are going to grab ourselves an Lusamine or Plumerian Lusamine. I think Plumeria. Pretty much just recycling our Lusamines. Done. Alright. We are going to trade away Oranguru. I don't think I really need Oranguru anymore in this game. Let's see, I got 2 Lele's. Jesus. Fortunately, I'm going to lose a Zoroark here. We're going to Righteous Beating, but we are going to take 2 prize cards. And he's already used Psystrike GX. So we get a Seismitoad and a Parallel City. So in case he does get rid of some stuff, I can get rid of half of his bench. So here comes Shuckle. Which sucks. Shuckle will get a knockout. God, I hate Shuckle. The bright side is his Mewtwo's pretty much done as much damage as he can do. Yeah, Shuckle's just going to use his goddamn triple poison, and it's going to knock me out, which is going to suck. The bright side is, now he's starting to use his cards, so maybe I try to fish out Team Rocket's handiwork. Because I see him, look at him, yeah, so he's going to get Guzma. Team Rocket's handiwork seems really good right now. So he's going to go for the... how much did that do? 120. Whew. Wow. Alright, the bright side is... we can play a Tapu Lele, which unfortunately I done messed up. I done goofed. But it does give me stuff on the bench. At this point, anything on the bench won't matter. So we're going to trade away. Draw 2. That's not what I need. We need Team Rocket's handiwork. So we're going to get rid of Plumeria. Oh my god. Alright, so we're going to get rid of the Shuckles thing. I'm actually going to Ultra Ball to see if we actually have Team Rocket's handiwork in the deck. Okay, we do. So I know I can get it via trade. Hopefully next turn. So we're gonna get a knockout. We have 3 prizes left. This is gonna be a really grinded out game, to say the least. And what I would like for him to do is just draw cards next turn. So there's 4 energy on Mewtwo. Team Skull Grunt gets rid of cards in the hand. Nope, that's game. He's just gonna get Sudowoodo. God! Okay, so this deck is actually not for me. That is something I can say. Me playing this deck, it is not a deck that suits me. Because, what does he have? 3 times the number of Psychic Energy attached. He has 5 total. Full burst for the knockout and the win. So I can safely say Zoroark Seismitoad is not a deck that is my style of play. It is not a bad deck by any means. But in terms of the way I like to play, it is not a deck that I enjoy playing as much. It was a second place deck. Can't argue with that. But for me, it wasn't something I would be able to succeed with. I mean, not everybody will be able to succeed with. But with all that being said, guys, go ahead and let me know all the misplays down in the comment section below. There was plenty of misplays. Again, I'm not versed in Expanded, but your guys' feedback always can help me get better in the Expanded format, as well as future videos as well. Go ahead and answer the question of the day. What are some of the decks that you guys want to see from Team Up in the videos upcoming? But again, with all that being said, I am Johnny GB with the Token Minorities, and I am signing out.